I always thought we were a team. But then, I found the leather book hidden beneath her floorboards. My sister didn't just break my heart, she systematically destroyed my life. I'm 23, and for as long as I can remember, my sister, Chloe, was my shadow. She's 2 years older, the golden child, the one who always seemed to have everything figured out while I was still trying to find my footing in Seattle. We shared a small apartment, we shared clothes, and I thought, we shared our souls. Lately, things felt off. I'd walk into the kitchen and she'd suddenly flip her phone over, or I'd catch her staring at me with this cold, clinical expression that vanished the moment I made eye contact. I blamed it on stress. She was helping me plan my launch, my dream, a boutique digital marketing firm I'd spent 3 years saving for. "You're doing so well, Maya," she'd whisper, her voice soft, almost too sweet. "I'm so proud of you." But then, the red flags started waving like sirens. My main investor, a man who had been a family friend for decades, suddenly pulled out. He wouldn't return my calls. Then, my boyfriend, Liam, started acting distant. He was spending more time at work, but Chloe always seemed to know exactly where he was. One rainy Tuesday, Chloe was out at a yoga retreat. I was looking for a lost earring near her bed when I noticed the corner of the rug was turned up. Beneath it, a loose floorboard. I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to doubt her, but my gut was screaming. I pulled it up. There it was. A thick, black leather diary. I opened it, and the world stopped spinning. The first entry was from 6 months ago. "Maya thinks she's finally going to outshine me," it read in her perfect, loopy handwriting. Not this time. I've already started whispering to Mr. Henderson about her financial instability. He'll pull the funding by June. And Liam. Liam is so easy to manipulate. A few fake tears, a few lies about Maya's secret past, and he'll be mine. I felt sick. My hands were shaking so hard the pages rattled. Every failure I'd had in the last year, every heartbreak, it was all in here. She wasn't my sister. She was a predator. I sat on that floor for hours, reading every word. She detailed how she had intercepted my emails, how she had told Liam I was seeing my ex, how she had laughed when I cried on her shoulder about losing my investor. I held her while she sobbed, she wrote. It was exhilarating, knowing I was the one who caused the pain, and she was thanking me for the comfort. I felt a hole opening up in my chest, a deep, dark void where my love for her used to be. I thought about the nights we stayed up talking about our futures. I thought about the man I loved, who was currently being lured away by my own flesh and blood. Then, I heard the front door. I shoved the diary back, replaced the board, and smoothed the rug just as she walked in. She looked radiant. "Maya, you're still home," she chirped. "You look pale. Are you okay, sweetie?" She reached out to touch my forehead, and I had to fight the urge to scream. I let her touch me. I let her play the hero one last time. "I'm just tired, Chloe," I whispered, my voice cracking. "Just so tired of everything falling apart." "Don't worry," she said, pulling me into a hug. "I'm here. I'll always be here to catch you." That night, I didn't sleep. I realized she wasn't going to stop until I had nothing left. She wanted my career, my man, my identity. She wanted to be the only one standing. I looked at her sleeping in the next room, her face so peaceful. She didn't know that the quiet girl was gone. She didn't know that I had seen the truth. I began to realize that if she could use the truth to destroy me, I could use her secrets to dismantle her. Because Chloe had a secret too, one that wasn't in the diary, but one I had discovered by accident months ago and ignored because I loved her. She had been embezzling from her own firm, the very firm she was using to look successful. The betrayal was complete. The emotional peak had been reached. I was no longer a sister. I was a ghost in my own life, waiting for the right moment to haunt her. I spent the next 2 weeks playing the victim. I let Liam break up with me. I didn't fight it. I let Chloe comfort him. I even watched them go out on their first date, through the window, my heart like a stone. But behind the scenes, I was working. I made copies of the diary entries. I gathered the evidence of her embezzlement. I sent a package to Mr. Henderson, showing him exactly how Chloe had lied about my business. The day of her big promotion, the day she was supposed to be named partner, was the day I chose for her celebration. The whole office was there. Liam was there, looking guilty as he stood by her side. Chloe was on stage, glowing, about to take the microphone. I walked in the back, wearing the red dress she always said was too much for me. I didn't say a word. I just walked to the tech booth and swapped her presentation file with the one I had prepared. As she began to speak about integrity and family values, the screen behind her flickered. It wasn't her portfolio. It was a scanned image of her diary, specifically the page where she talked about ruining me. Then, the documents showing her embezzlement flashed across the screen. The room went silent, a heavy, suffocating silence. Chloe turned around, her face turning a ghastly shade of gray. She looked at me, her eyes wide with terror. "Maya, what is this?" she stammered. I walked up to the stage, took the microphone from her limp hand, and whispered so only she could hear. "I found the floorboard, Chloe." Then, I spoke to the room. My sister is a master of fiction. But today, the story ends. Security was already moving in. Her boss looked like he wanted to breathe fire. Liam was staring at her as if she were a monster, which she was. I walked out of that building, and I didn't look back. A month later, Chloe is facing charges. Liam tried to call me 67 times. I blocked him after the first one. Mr. Henderson reinvested in my firm, with a sincere apology. I'm sitting on my new balcony now, looking at the Seattle skyline. It's quiet. It's peaceful. I realized you don't need a diary to know who you are. But sometimes, you need one to find out who everyone else isn't. If you've ever been betrayed by the person you trusted most, leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories of justice and revenge. You are not alone.